Now, because of LLMs, there have been crazy fast changes in the way we search, the way we look for information online. We're now having conversations with LLMs. So for example, I was just at the pharmacy right now. I took a picture of this cream and I said, hey, is this okay for back pain, right? For lower back pain? And it says, yes, it works well for these things. It doesn't work well for other things. And then I can continue on the conversation, like how often can I use this per day? Is there like an expiry date? I don't know, all of the different questions that I can ask it in this one thread. And whether you use ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, or even Google to search for these specific queries, they all provide you answers based on real sources. So for example, creams for lower back, obviously this is a very general search term. You can be a little bit more specific as to like, where in your back, how old you are, and so on and so forth. Obviously that specific result at the end of the day is gonna satisfy the user's search intent much more than a general search. But all of these results, they give you different brands, they give you different options to kind of dive deeper into and explore and eventually purchase. And like I was saying before, this is like the classic sales funnel strategy, right? You have like this first top part of the funnel, and then you have the bottom part of the funnel down here. And let's just grab a little marker to draw the funnel, boom. And up here, you have those general search terms like what's the best cream or how to apply this cream. And usually the people that are searching in this specific layer of the funnel they don't have specific questions. They're just searching in general, and they don't really have a strong buying intent. But the people down here are searching for very specific questions and usually have a much higher demand when it comes to purchasing. And so the goal for this video is to get AI to help us find different search terms in this specific layer of the funnel, and then eventually in Framer create a bunch of different detail pages, blog detail pages that will cover all of the context needed to rank high for these specific search terms. And all of these blog pages that we eventually generate with AI, they all have a specific call to action. So over here, we have different call to actions, and they all kind of lead to your money pages, like whether that be your services or whether you're selling a specific product. It's a CTA at the end of the day. So we want all of these to lead to that money page. And this strategy that I'm going to show you in today's video is already a proven strategy. This is a true use case of a German brand. They sell like 3D renders to different brands, like to different restaurants and local businesses in Germany. And as you can see, they were kind of up and down throughout this whole period, about a year or less than a year. And then starting at the end of November, like around December of 2024, they started implementing this strategy and gradually increased the overall traffic to their site. And this is because they would literally take all of these keywords that they would find, convert them using AI into different detail pages that would eventually convert to their own money pages. Now, let's suppose that this is my business website or my client's business, right? We're a plumbing business in New York. We have different pages. Shout outs to the person, by the way, who built this template. It's a great template. So we have, the homepage, the about page, the contact page, blogs and services. And in arvow.com, by the way, guys, this guy is like the SEO guru. Learned so much from him over the past 2 years when it comes to SEO. And this company, Arvow, that's his company, they have this master prompt that you can eventually give to Claude Code or ChatGPT. I'm just going to copy the whole thing. And then what I can do is I can paste in this prompt, and then we paste in that URL from that plumbing company in New York City, click on submit. And then once it's done generating, Claude basically gives us this page with all of the potential or current competitors in New York City when it comes to plumbing. It also gives us like a table view of all of our competitors, plus their key strengths, plus their price range, ease of booking. And at the end, we get real questions from New York City residents. How much does a plumber cost per hour in New York City? How do I verify if a plumber is licensed in New York City? And these are all of those specific questions that people ask at the bottom of that funnel. So I can write something like, please write all the questions from the FAQ in the chat, plus 20 more. And so we get a huge thread of different questions. And so this is the exact starting point that we're looking for in order to create the content that we need. So we can go back to our Framer site, and there's this new plugin called Arvow, right? Arvow AI, SEO, and blog. And this is where you can create like a page SEO audit URL inspector. So we can click on inspect the middle button, and you can obviously do it to specific pages as well. And there's also this bonus tool called LLM visibility tracker, where you can add your URL and it shows you all of the current questions that you're being ranked for in when it comes to ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, and so on and so forth. And now what I want to do now is I want to go back to my site and go to my plugins in Framer, and we're going to click on MCP. And MCP is great because you can click on this link and it'll basically help you with everything. So I'm going to scroll down to where it says Claude Code, copy this, and I'm going to just paste this in a new Claude Code session. Click on enter, create a new folder down here, and click on enter. All right, now it says that done, the Framer MCP server has been added, so that's perfect. So inside of Arvow of your dashboard, you want to go to integrations under blog automation, click on create integration and click on API and copy this secret key and then paste it into that field in Framer. And then this is where I'm going to get the different questions. So I'm going to start with question number 1. How much does a plumber cost per hour in New York City? Go back here, paste that in here. Then we're going to leave it language English US, but you can choose other languages if you wanted to. Then we can keep it at medium, article length, more options. We can scroll down, include images that are AI generated. It's better than stock photos, in my opinion. Embed YouTube videos, why not? Add internal links, of course. External links as well. And then we can click on generate article. And then inside of Arvow, this is how our article looks like, right? And we can go ahead and use this Arvow editor to like highlight specific questions and add more keywords or add external links to this specific paragraph. And it's very, very simple. You just have to click on this and then select specific things. I think the more the merrier, obviously. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that API key from before and also create a new webhook integration. We can just give it a name and we need this secret and we can just give it like a temporary URL for now. So I'm going to use that preview link that I have over here, paste that in here, click on create. And we're also going to copy this because that's like our agent ID, I think it's called. And then we can say connect to Arvow API. I need you to help me publish to my Framer blog. Here's the API key. Here's the webhook. Here's the webhook ID. And then we can go ahead and submit this. And we just need to make sure that we open up that Framer MCP plugin again. And we can copy this title and give it to Claude to tell Claude to upload this specific blog post. And at the end, you have a bunch of new articles. This is like another example of what I did in another tutorial. Link it to this video as well. It's actually the full guide to this of using Claude Code to connect to Framer and using Arvow to auto-publish. So not only using the plugin and generating one, but you can generate like 10 at a time. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And like always, hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.